Good work, man. That's,
thank you so much.
That was
Very
awesome,
lovely.
dude. This is Chad, obviously, from Music Buzz Live Radio. Got Jacob here that just showed us that hot rock and needs dude. That was badass.
I want to do a shout out to Jonathan Lee from Pride and Pieces too. He was really fun to work with. Lots of content to try and edit down forever.
It worked out, man. I thought it was
it
cool.
worked out really well. Yeah, you know, it's always fun to have more content than you need.
Yeah.
When you're trying to pull things out of people, you know how it works. Where
For
it's
sure.
Like, you're editing people and they're like, "Yep."
Editing room floor.
Yeah, right. For the next like 5
Solid
minutes,
gold.
you're like not saying shit.
Yeah.
I do have to say, we were all talking. Of course, Kelly and Crystal from Lifted TV in the studio. We were all fucking talking about how badass that mac and cheese was, and how we need to get some cheese down here. That's not fucking cool. You're not supposed to show these awesome cooking shows on 420 weekend when you got a bunch of hungry stoners.
You
around.
know, I was not informed of the requirements to be down here on 420.
You didn't get the
I've
memo?
got Crystal over here. She's ready to stop being vegan for this.
If there were some samples here, there'd be a different story.
I don't think you'd want it, man. This footage was done 2 weeks ago. That cheese is a whole new level.
So you're saying his mac and cheese looks so good that you're thinking about a lifestyle change?
A full-on lifestyle
Says a lot.
to accommodate your desires?
I mean, I think her tights are so cool that I'm thinking of a lifestyle change myself.
Can you stand up?
Those tights are they're so hot.
Yeah, those are hot.
They are very
We've got
hot.
C-3PO and R2-D2. That's amazing.
Did you guys see that trailer? They released a new trailer.
absolutely,
You had to, right?
absolutely.
Everybody in the whole fucking world.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, Jacob,
Same
come
here.
on, man.
I
We're
live,
gonna
I live in like a cave of my own brain. It's not safe here for other people, and I just don't like to intermix it with the world around us. So.
I feel you. And he's like, fuck Star Wars, right? No.
There's a lot of
No, I've
controversy.
seen Star Wars a bunch.
No, I'm just saying. Hell yeah, she does look hot. You guys both are always hot.
Gorgeous girls,
I
yeah.
see you all on Instagram, of course. If you haven't followed them, you should. We'll let them give a little plug on those. But I always get like some different comments. I saw one of your comments was a dude. It seemed like he was from high school, and he's like, "What the fuck happened to you? You're hot as shit now." And I was like, "Dude,
Whoa, she grew
said that." Yeah, dude, you know what I'm talking about. She knows what I'm talking about.
I remember that exact comment. He's like, "It's not like you're famous or anything, but like, what happened? You're hot now." And I'm like, what is that comment?
Is that is that a
That's so rude.
compliment or is it I mean, you're hot now. What are you saying about?
Yeah, for
Back
sure.
then.
Whatever you wanted her back then,
The
dude.
past doesn't matter, though, you know? Today is...
Yeah.
Live for today,
Yeah, man.
right?
You're hot now.
That dude just fucking
Not
wanted
now.
you and regretted not having you back in the day, and now he's like, "Oh, dude, look at her," right? And Kelly, you got mad dudes that are just shouting out, huh?
Mad dudes.
Mad
Dudes all the time,
Like
right?
they're just pissed off. Yeah.
They're like, "I don't have her."
dude, and you're hot.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
So now you guys are part of a crew of Lifted TV, right?
Yes. We have all sorts of different hosts and mods and different people that help us do what we need to do and help us put on our live shows.
Like for instance, now we're sitting here and there's nobody in our chat room, boss-wise, to control the situations that go on without us
Nice.
being there. People don't want to behave when we're not there.
They signed the waivers, right?
They did sign the waivers. We got them right here, proof on the table.
There are waivers on this coffee table right here.
You know what I love about you girls is like what I see on Facebook, like it's risque and it's definitely got an element of sexuality, but it's done in such a way where there's a little mystery there. You know, you guys aren't like totally
Definitely.
slutting it, but
Definitely.
but it definitely I don't know. I like it.
He's like, "You're fucking sexy." That's what he was saying. I heard it.
He's like, I've spent some time studying your material. We're looking at a backlog of materials, and
And
I'm,
really, I know most people are just watching that dab rig and the smoke coming out of
Yeah.
your mouth. But
I've been taking some notes here. I'm like, oh yeah. At 4 minutes and 33 seconds, some art happened.
I think she was looking at me. She was thinking of me, right?
You know, it's sex sells, but you have to do it in a way where it's not like,
Be classy.
you know.
For sure, you guys definitely pull that off.
That's what I was
for
saying,
sure.
you know?
Thank you.
For sure, like I have never like seen any of your videos, even in the morning ones that can be considered more risque than others, dude. You always keep it right,
Yeah,
which is
you know.
cool.
But at the
And
same
all of us
time-
dudes are like, damn.
Well, and
dude.
If I can hold a sandwich and show some, you know, a little bit of booty, come on, let's
Hey,
sex
right?
appeal.
A little bit of
ass.
And here at World Viral TV, I mean, we understand that sex sells. Look what goes on here.
we are completely a bunch of sexy dudes.
Right? Hello.
For sure.
We got like beard envy for days everywhere.
Got her on that one.
Crazy. I got told today that I look like that one dude that they know because I'm bald and have a
Oh,
beard.
Now
Yeah.
that you,
You
mention
look
it,
just like that one dude I know, right? And
Yeah.
he's totally famous and rich.
And you're like, dude, I'm totally
take
his
it.
brother because we look like so the
Right.
same.
Like I was just hanging out with him last week, and then I killed him and put him in my trunk.
he's gone now.
It's a good way to end a conversation.
I can count on you for that kind of material, Jacob. That's good stuff. Dude.
Does anyone have any lie? Trying to work
Got
out a
some
little,
lying
little
around
problem.
somewhere. Wait.
I need fertilizer. Yeah.
So you girls gonna be going to the Cannabis Cup then? Gonna be
yes.
representing a couple companies, I heard.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
What do you guys think about being at the Cannabis Cup, having the changes that have been in place? How does that make you feel?
I'm looking forward to it, not in a positive way, I guess, but I'm interested to see how well they enforce it and who obeys. And
Right.
what, you know, because I think that everyone's going to get there. I think they're going to do the normal, tons of samples, tons of smoking. I think people are going to roll through and try to enforce it and maybe tell people they have to shut down, maybe even try to like prove a point, you know,
Right.
use people as examples even.
There's
maybe,
definitely
like,
gonna be examples, dude.
But
Yeah.
I don't think you can stop a bunch of stoners.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
we're going to
just
do what
the
we
fact
want.
that they're trying to impose a rule of not being able to give out free samples when people travel from all over.
Yeah.
Right.
for
All
that.
over the world.
I
for
mean,
I
this.
feel you.
You have photos and photos and photos of people standing in crowds and chucking out joints and all sorts of different
That's
things.
true.
And you kind of expect that. So
People bought their
it'll be
tickets
interesting.
expecting that. Every cannabis
mean,
cup in the past has been that way.
I totally agree, and I think that it changes the face of it all. But I also understand that last year, as I was working it, there was random people that didn't have a fucking clue what a dab was, decided to go and check out every fucking dab place that they could, along with bowls and edibles and everything else, and they'd be dropping like fishes in a way because they just didn't know what the hell they were doing.
I-
So
I
I,
agree.
have a question on that because I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not someone
on.
that partakes. But so there are new rules to Cannabis Cup. Like I understand
So-
what Cannabis Cup is. It's like a ranking system or like a like an award ceremony for who grows the best weed.
Right.
What are these new rules that we're air quoting around?
They've
You go ahead, dude. If you
Well, it's a competition where they've got different categories for all sorts of different types of weed. And in that process, you have all the different vendors, some of which are competitors in that. During the Cannabis Cup, most often, though, people will walk around, they'll hand out joints. You can have, you can
Free
walk into a
samples.
place and have a dab, a concentrate, or enjoy some flower, anything like that, which is normally how you find out if you want to get anything or
It's
see
advertising,
what the
yeah.
Right.
competition is.
Yeah.
right.
And so not being able to do that kind of takes you out of feeling a little bit involved, but it'll be interesting to see what they do.
I think
with
it's.
it.
I personally think it's negative on both parts because when you really think about it, people are going there because they want the free. In the past, you can go and you can get free samples.
Right.
You
Dude.
can take stuff home.
Right.
The companies as well. This is a great way to promote. This is a great
Right.
way to cross network with people. This is a way for people to go home, dump their goodies on the bed, and be like, "Look what I got from the Cannabis Cup," and your name, your company's sitting on their bed.
Right.
So-
if you can't give samples and can't do that anymore, that's
What they've turned it into then is like the state fair 4-H competition of like, oh,
Right.
who's got the best apple pie, but you only see it behind a case.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
can't taste that.
Well, and you
pie.
don't even get a chance to really see it behind the case, from what I understand. I don't even think there's going to be much real bud from stores out there because rule-wise, there were some gray areas of making it be able to work last year. People were, letting this person or that person buy enough to take it up there, and then they were politically sharing it with the crowd in a way. So it was more of like a gift at the way. But then legal wise and verbiage wise in the all the amendments and laws and rules and shit, it's basically that you can't do that anymore, that you can't take any of that shit up there, but you can give out coupons. And,
I was gonna say, like,
you
off the
can
cuff-
give out, you can have FaceTime, you just can't have your product there, which almost in this industry kind of defeats the purpose.
So, like, this is totally off the cuff. I had no idea we were even talking about this. You work at Evergreen Apothecary. Couldn't you be like, hey, with your Cannabis Cup ticket stub, you can come in here and get a free pre-roll or something like that?
Well,
is that even legal?
I mean, so that what they did last year, and tell me what you think about it. But last year, obviously, they had all of the people that were entering, all the dispensaries that were entering their buds. You could come in, you could get like your Cannabis Cup sample, but then you got it for a way discounted price, so it wasn't free, but it was,
Right.
I mean, member price or better, and then you were supposed to do the people's choice that way. So that was kind of one of the solutions as far as having people come to each of the shops, which I think is good. But I think the whole point of a Cannabis Cup is to have
It's all there.
the community,
Right.
you know?
It's all in one central place, so you're not driving from one storefront to another. It's I can walk down this row and hit 20 different vendors and see stuff from the New York to all the way to
when
California.
it comes down to it, people want to get high. That's
Right.
what they want. They want to go to the you think Cannabis Cup, you're like, I want to go get
It's- yeah,
stoned
if you
out
go
of
there, you're
my
gonna
mind.
Right.
And if you go there and you can't do that, then it kind of defeats the purpose of their reputation that they have. of
It's
being able
kind
to
of
go
like the
stoned.
National Western Stock Show coming to town without horses and only using cows that show.
I like
So,
that.
I do see your point though, because like, if people go there, like say I went to Cannabis Cup, someone who doesn't partake, and was like, yeah, what's a dab, boom, and then you get dropped.
So, but that's where the people that are handing out the
It's
dabs.
the vendor's
as-
responsibility.
As
that
somebody
is
who's
definitely-
handed
I think
out
personally.
dabs, the first question you need to ask somebody is, how often
dabbed?
have you dabbed? Have you dabbed before?
Right.
Right.
And that is
Take
the first question.
responsibility.
Well,
Oh, not very often. Well, then
And
to
as a
ask them.
dispensary, you've got to have that responsibility. Like, I've gone into dispensaries with people, and being in
Some
Colorado,
people, yeah.
you walk in, people fly here from other states, and they're like, "Hey, let's go to a dispensary." I'm like, "Cool." So I've been to a few, and usually, like Evergreen, especially, they're really like, "Hey, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Are you an idiot? Or are you just wanting to get real
Yeah.
blowed up?"
Blown
like-
up.
And that's the thing, at the shop you have the educated bud tenders. I don't really think that every company had educated bud tenders, especially vendors that are doing waxes that are, vending out in all the different. They don't have that staff.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be like a learning curve, and eventually it could get back to it. You never know. So.
Possibly. I agree with that, though. I was going to say there's many companies, I don't even want to say companies, but people, kids, dudes, random just individuals that haven't been around for very long that have their own products or that personally I wouldn't even know if it was purged properly or made properly, and they could be sitting there dabbing people out, to be honest.
Right.
But they had $2,000. They got a booth.
You know, exactly.
Right,
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you don't know, even on Instagram, I see people holding up wax or concentrate. Oh, and I'm looking at it like, who let you buy that? It looks like it's full of butane, or it's dark, or it's horrible.
Right,
it's going to
right.
hurt your
Yeah.
lungs.
Yeah.
Will
Like,
that explode or something?
I feel like
No,
I
I
have
won't
no idea
explode.
about
It's
any of it.
horrible for you.
Bad for your
sizzle
health.
and
Yeah.
spark on your
Ooh.
nail.
Yeah, and it
it'll
will.
actually-
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's cool that there are people who know about this, because I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many benefits beyond getting lifted to. I mean,
cannabis.
I voted
Yes. No, I
to
agree.
pass it because it's like, yes, there's a medicinal
I'm
quality.
very
Right.
much for the medicinal person.
Yeah,
I have
right.
psoriatic arthritis myself. I had a boyfriend
Yeah.
pass away from cancer, so I'm 100%
Yeah.
behind it, and it
Yeah.
does. It works miracles on people.
I have
No,
friends
I
who-
mean the medical side of it is unmatched, and I don't understand how there could be any debate on that. I think that
Yeah, that's over.
The night and day difference is horribly so open, and it's so on the table. Everybody has to know that. But I do think that having educated people in the industry is very important.
and I didn't mean to cause like a whole thing. I just asked a
no.
No,
question.
great question. Great question.
It works for like same with if at dispensaries or delivery services. Personally, in my city, we only have really just delivery services.
Right.
And when
Which
I
is
call a
crazy.
delivery
That'd be so
service-
awesome. Anyway, sorry.
When I call a delivery service and I'm like trying to get information on a medicine, and someone's like, "Oh, it's just really stony," I'm like, "This is a medicine.
What does
you're
that
s-
mean?
You're working as if like you're at a pharmacy. This is
Right.
medicine. So I want you to know the benefits. I want you to explain things
Right.
to me. So having
Education's
somebody
power, yeah.
who's knowledgeable would help reduce so many things
Right.
where people are fainting or passing out, and also if us when we've worked events, you see someone a little bit pink or red looking. Have you had any water? Make sure you get some water.
Hydration.
totally
That's
forget
the
that
biggest
shit,
thing
yeah.
is the hydration.
Yeah.
People don't hydrate when they go to the cups. They're just so excited to smoke and see all these different
Yeah.
things. And even if they are dab heads and they're smoking, they smoke a lot. You're used to that. That's fine, but you're not used to walking around. Well, it's cold here, but like for instance, LA, the LA one was like 95 degrees
Well,
out.
last year it
People
totally
were
was. I
dropping
feel ya.
flies.
They totally
I mean,
were, and
they
that's
were-
what I was getting at is that it was hot as hell.
Yeah.
Way different. It's a nice Colorado
At
cool enough
elevation
game,
too.
so-
Yeah, I mean the people coming from out of state,
Yeah,
elevation will
for
drop
sure.
you real quick.
And it's just
Yeah.
like liquor. It doesn't take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's like a bar. Someone coming up and getting a drink. You wouldn't give like
Right.
a little old lady walking up. Here's a double shot of Jameson.
For
No, you
sure.
might give her a pineapple Malibu or something.
Well,
you know,
and that's
a
one of
little
the.
bit
I mean, to be
softer.
honest with you, we were talking solutions. I mean, honestly, and I didn't get a chance to check out all of the booths last year. I'm sure it sounds like you guys got a little bit more around because I was more stuck at ours. But I had a chance to check out, and some of the places, like I remember the Incredibles place. There was a couple of the other dispensaries that were there that were doing just a simple what you would consider one dose.
Yeah.
Maybe a double dose if you look like you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
At our booth, we were doing. Bong rips. You could choose a sativa hybrid indica. We'd load you a little personal. You'd hit it up, dude.
Oh, nice.
And then we had open vape that was there, and we had these quads that were available, but our people were educated enough to be like, you can handle it. You really can't fucking handle it.
A
Let's
quad.
talk real quick for a second. If you want to hit one pen, cool. You look like you could probably only use one pen, but dude, you fucking need this.
I'm gonna
quad.
go
Here you
lift it, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit up my quads today. It's lit.
But I mean, and I think that our staff, and I don't mean to be, breaking out how badass our company is, but I think that we were one of the many at that time that were kind of regulating it a tad bit. But I do think that there was some that were out of hand that took it
yeah.
out.
And a Malibu Coke will not help with arthritis. I
No.
just wanted to say that. So.
Well, it might help you forget about
Oh,
it
you
a little
forget about it a little
You
bit,
need
yeah.
like 5 of
Yeah,
them.
right.
But
That's very. How do you guys have been to Las Vegas shows and stuff like that? Has it been a
Yeah.
big deal there? I mean, obviously it's not. I would imagine maybe a Washington would be.
Vegas just actually had their first HempCon cannabis event, like I want 6 months ago or something like that. And the first one I heard it wasn't very great. But other than that, they do have like the Champs trade shows and stuff, which are great. But they're not like pure cannabis related show. It's more of the
Right.
industry side of it,
The
all of
glass
the
and
glass and all of
everything,
that. But like smoking wise, honestly, the whole cannabis part doesn't do too well in Vegas.
Right.
It's broadening, it's getting bigger, but it's really not that their events smoking wise aren't hits out there.
And you
it's been so strict out there that it's starting to loosen up, that it's still a little bit
People are still
uneasy for
iffy.
people,
And
yeah.
you guys really have them in California, similar? I mean, you
Oh,
guys are
yeah.
smoking away out
like
there,
that.
right?
There's
Just-
I
Yeah.
was just commenting because I used to be more, I feel, in the industry. Now I'm like at home with my kids. I want to relax.
Uh-huh.
But I follow people's Snapchats and I laugh because every night there's groups of companies that get together and
Right.
are taking
Secret
dabs and selling stuff,
sessions.
secret
Yeah.
sessions. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, it's a like everyday thing.
Yeah.
They're out there hustling every day, little mini sessions, secret sessions you have to
Yeah.
email to get into.
Right.
And there's
We
like
just did-
crazy.
I
in
mean-
We just did an
Colorado.
event like 2 weeks ago, Dabs After Dark, just a art and music festival that lasted until like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, 6
Wow.
in the morning.
And it's just
Colorado's so trying to get to that, but I mean, we don't have delivery. We don't.
I was just gonna ask you. You seemed very surprised when she said that.
Yeah, we don't really have delivery.
That's
Yeah, you have to
crazy.
come to a shop.
And you can't sell past 7? Is that the
In
law
Denver County, you can't. These girls found that out last time, didn't you?
we have 24-hour delivery service in my city, so it's so crazy that I'd be limited at a certain hour.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
it's only
you know.
Denver County because they were the first ones to go on board with recreational totally,
Yeah.
so it's 7 p.m. But there are some outside cities that do it until midnight. Now, it's crazy because I've been in the industry in many different states. California's been crazy. Arizona's always nuts, dude. I mean, when it was illegal, But I don't know if I would want to hang out with a fucking drunk dude in Denver at 11:30 and try to tell him what the fuck bud to have. Dude.
Right.
I
You know what I
imagine.
mean?
See,
I have enough fucking characters over there, dude.
you would get a lot of drunk people, but at the same time, you'll get a lot of people that are working off hours that don't always get a time during the day.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense, too,
To use your service, or someone who's and most of the time during like 12 and like 4 in the morning, you won't be super busy. But those people that it's like right before midnight, when you're just like, I have no weed tomorrow, I have to wake up, I have
wanna
to
go
go
to
do
sleep,
this.
yeah.
Right.
I won't have time before a service wakes up. I can call this delivery
Because
service.
potheads are all fucking procrastinators anyway, dude. I've been saying that all week, 420. Like Monday, we were dead, kind of. You know, I mean, comparably, we were dead. And then we've just slowly been amping up. And now today, we had to turn people away. We're like...
Well, I was walking up to
procrastinator.
the studio today, and there was a group of 10 people knocking on your door, and your gatekeeper, the security guard's like, "Yeah, we'll never get out of here before 7." It was like 6:50.
Dude, we had people just waiting. We had somebody checked out. We have to clock them out at 7 o'clock or earlier. You can't go past 7 o'clock, or else it's $1,000 fine to the bud tender, and you have to pay the $1,000 before you get to work again.
Oh, wow.
So that's Denver County. That's just how it was initially set up.
Right.
Now, of course, in Aurora, in Sheridan, stuff like that, we're about to actually have 3 shops out in Aurora. I've heard that all 3 of them are going to be going until midnight. So then you'll have at least the midnight crowd. I definitely wouldn't want that fucking after midnight to 4 a.m. Like,
bad shit goes down.
dude, you know what I mean? I don't mind the graveyard workers, dude. Come in from 4 to 6, you're getting off, dude. But that midnight to 4 shift, Chris knows he runs a fucking bar.
Right.
I'm getting off all the time, buddy.
Oh, is that what that sticky part of the office is in there?
I thought I heard something that makes sense.
It smells like a Vaseline intensive care lotion.
I've seen your
Sin.
pictures popping up on the screen.
That's what it was.
I know.
Yeah.
He totally was. Yeah, he showed the he showed all your. Yeah, I was watching.
Star Wars.
I'm creeping on the live stream.
Well, anyway, so if we want to follow you guys, how do we follow you all?
Lifted
Right
TV is.
Well, I know right here. Hey, yo.
Wow, you're so much hotter than you used to be. I don't. Why would you even say that to somebody?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Dude, I've always been this hot. You
It's
know,
like
you just
she's
didn't
gonna write
say
back
it.
again like, oh, well, thanks for noticing. Let's go out.
Sorry you were so unobservant of my hotitude earlier in life, you know?
That's awesome.
You guys can follow our Instagram for Lifted TV is just Lifted TV. Nice and simple. My personal page is Vegan Dab Queen. Vegan Dab Queen, spelled just the way it is.
Our website's lifted.tv. And
Yep.
then my Instagram's Crazy Kelly. But follow our
Crazy Kelly 4.
Crazy Kelly 4. Oh, yeah. I don't
You
remember
guys are
my
a hot
Instagram.
little duo, man. How long you guys been friends?
That's actually a really weird story. We've known each other for a long time, kind of online, but we didn't really start hanging out and like me start working for Lifted and us start clicking for. It's been a year actually because I just posted a throwback picture of one of our first events that we hosted together. So it's been about a year, a little over a year.
Cool.
So
Hey, and thank you so much for the information too. I mean, it's all about educating
yeah.
people. You know, that's
That's
what
what
it
that's
is.
what good bud tenders or people who are in the industry do is they educate people who might not
Yeah.
have opportunity to know.
This industry is changing so quickly, and people are innovating and constantly coming up with all these different things, and people are getting confused, and they need more knowledgeable people and
Proper
more
education.
people willing to just take a moment to explain things a little bit, because it's an amazing thing. Weed is so amazing.
I'll blaze to that, dude. I'll blaze to that. Hell
So
yeah.
it's like the more we can spread the benefits and the actual like the health benefits of it is great. Not just that baked, man.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Well, I have friends who've gotten
Which
off
is cool.
opiates that they were like prescribed opiates, and they're like, you know what? I just started eating edibles, and I didn't need
yeah.
heroin in a pill anymore.
Mhm.
You know, so it's like it's really cool. I embrace it, and also thank you for hanging out for episode 2 of Hot Rockin' Eats.
Thank you for
Uh,
teaching
it-
me how to make great macaroni and cheese.
It's even hotter with hot chicks.
Hey,
Hey.
right? And you gave him munchies, so we have to go buy him food now.
Oh, okay. How late is Breakfast King? 24 hours.
24-hour
right?
Breakfast King, I think. So we totally
Sounds
appreciate
awesome.
you ladies
Yeah,
coming
thank you,
by.
guys.
Thank you for
Thank you so
having
And
much.
we are
Yes.
totally thankful to be anywhere part of Lifted.tv
Likewise.
family
Gosh,
we
too.
love
So
being out here with
we
World
hope that you
Viral.
guys consider yourselves part of the World Viral TV.
World
We love you
Viral
guys.
family.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you
Yes,
guys.
thank you.
Let me get a video going here.
Happy 420.
Have a good
Right?
night, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Go make
Cheers.
some food.
Happy 420.
Yeah, eat some mac
We're
and cheese,
almost
get
there.
Go
Right.
make some mac and cheese.
Friday night at 420.
Here's an idea. Let's take a well-known local music editor, stick him in a room with a couple hot chicks, Evergreen Apothecary's Chad Drew,
The quintessential stoner.
and then we'll force him to watch some videos of an uncensored, cracked-out motel shit show from next door. Sound awesome?
I like it.
Tune in to Music Buzz Live Radio Wednesdays, 6 to 8 p.m. right here on World Viral TV.
Baby, well it's the 3.5, 14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 1/8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 1/8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. It's the 3.5, 14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 1/8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 1/8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. Thou shalt fear no man but God, but damn, it's hard when the devil playing his card. You either claim you insane or they slam the bars. Last stand on the cross in the land of the lost. I'm a man, I'm a boss, I'ma battle the depths. I'ma walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I'ma blast till there ain't no other ammo is left. I'ma handle scandals and threats, then abandon my flesh. I'm just expanding my set. My spirit's calmer than it's ever been. People been telling me my whole life that I'll never win. Others say I better win. Tip top, heaven sent, touchdown, underground, hip hop veteran. Buying what I'm selling's not a typical sale. I got centrifugal forces forcing open indivisible jails. Spiritual takes over when physical fails. I met God from putting Yale on a digital scale. 3.5, 14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 1/8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 1/8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. It's the 3.5, 14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 1/8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 1/8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. Y'all already know my stilo. I'm flyer than the ego. Looking down into the eyes of the devil and see the evil. I go my own way like Carlito. Plus half these rappers is actors like Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. What you think I sing for? I'm trying to get my story told. This could be my theme song. I could call it Glory Road. They look hard on the outside, but they soft on the inside like an Oreo. I'm taking over for a decade like the Aikman 80s and plaguing through the villages until there's anxious babies. I see my homeboys in the cut blazing buds and all my junkie homies on the corner craving drugs. I got respect for every person, every people. I ain't better than no one and I ain't worse than them either. This verse about to be done. Keep it on the down low. This is how you count dough. Count dough. 3.5, 14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 1/8 half.